Okay, this is Genesis 27 and 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live. All right. So that was Esau's blessing, man. All right. Esau's blessing was to rule by the sword, man. He said Esau shall live by the sword. Okay. And that's why you see all his works. That's why you see all his works. All right. You see everything that Esau is doing, man. Okay. How did he get this land? He got it through what? Violence, man. Through the sword. Okay. And that was part of his blessing. How are you going to take down a man whose blessing is the sword? Gad was stronger. We're stronger we're physically and mentally and all that. But when it comes to the sword, he's on a higher level, man. When it comes to weapons, Esau cannot be taken down with weapons, with his own weapons, man. Okay? That's the thing. All right? Gad was clearly a much stronger warrior than Esau. Clearly, man, by far. All right. Speak of Gad was just playing with Esau. Esau couldn't even take out Gad with the musket guns. Gad didn't have no guns. Gad was shooting bow and arrows, man. He was destroying Esau, man. Okay. So-called Native Americans were using bow and arrows and running up to them, and really, like, while they had the guns, they would run up, slap them and run back, just to show them they can touch them at any time. So clearly they were physically superior than them, man. Clearly, okay, and mentally. All right. But the difference is Esau's blessing. Okay, that was the difference. Esau's blessing was the sword, man. So what did Esau do? Esau came back with the Gatling gun. Okay, and the Gatling gun is what took down the Native Americans, man. All right, it wasn't how Esau was so great and this and no. His blessing is the sword. That's it, man. His blessing is the weapon. Okay. Okay, and sword just means weapon. It doesn't mean just a sword, right? The modern day weapon, sword would be what? A nuclear missile, guns. All right, that's Esau's blessing. That's what he's good at. That's why the German scientists, they created what? The nuclear weapon. Okay, there was no other nation that was going to come up with the nuclear weapon except for the Edomites, man. Okay, because guess what? He's about violence. He's about the sword. Okay. Because think about it, you have to be a real demented individual to say, listen, let me split the atom and create something that can destroy a country. Okay, now they have something called nuclear threats, right? But who created the nuclear threat? It was them. Okay? That's it, man. But let me read that again. Let me read Genesis 27 again. 27 and 38. Now, matter of fact, Genesis 27 and 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live. All right, and that's how Esau's been living, man. Okay? And shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Okay, now that's going into the time when Esau came out from under us, in the time of King David, man. All right. So showing you that what his blessing is the sword, right? So and looking at history, looking at everything that Esau has, everything that Esau's created, everything that Esau's done, clearly he is superior when it comes to the sword, man. Okay, when it comes to the weapon. Okay. So you can't. How you think you're gonna defeat Esau with his own blessing, man? All right, it doesn't make sense, man. Our blessing is gonna come through Yahushua when he comes with that spiritual power, man. All right, that's the difference, man. All right, watch these Avenger movies, you watch just like the X-Men and all that. Okay, our power is dealing with that on times 1,000, man. That's what we're dealing with, man. Okay, you read about Elijah calling fire from heaven. That's our power. That's what we're dealing with, right? Okay? The fact that King David leaped over walls, that's spiritual power. Killed 10,000 men at a time, that's spiritual power, man. There's no man on the planet Earth who can even do anything close to that. Can't even kill 100 men at a time. Okay? King David was killing tens of thousands at a time. That's the type of power we're dealing with. Now, we ain't dealing with no carnality, man. Okay, carnality is gonna get you caught up in Esau society, man. All right. So those guys pushing that narrative, man, they're not thinking with a full deck, man. They don't really know what this thing is about, man. All right. You get a. Get Ephesians. This is Ephesians 6 and 11.